Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, happy Wednesday to you all. Lots of new music to check out today, so let's get into it. My buddy Heart is extremely happy because after what felt like an eternity after she made her solo debut, Miss Yerin is back with her first solo comeback after her debut with Aria. She's moved companies now, and well, brand new Yerin comeback, and I'm so undescribably excited by this. Because it's been a very long time since Adia dropped, and well, the B-side on the Believer was absolutely spectacular, and it was my favorite song on the album, but it has been so long since I've listened to Yerin just full stop. She hasn't really done a whole lot of music projects after she's gone solo. You know, if it's like collaborations or special covers or things like that, just Yerin's name just does not pop up anymore, and it makes me sad as a buddy who, really got back into the K-pop genre thanks in large part to G-Friend and their music back in the day, especially back in their stringy heavy days, like with Me Gustas Tu and Shigan Italioso and those songs, that era. So, I'm very excited for this. Bam, bam, bam. Now, this came also with an EP, which I don't have the time to listen to because, well, or at least I don't have the time to listen to on camera because I am in the process of moving. In fact, 48 hours after I hit record, or after I finish recording this, I will not be in this building anymore, and I don't know when I'm going to be moved into the new place. So, yeah, no album listen for Yerin today, although that doesn't mean I won't listen to the album. I will listen to it because, well, when you have a debut album as good as Audio was, with a B-side as good as Believer was, and you have that quality, like, hidden away, I'm expecting something of, like, some similar resemblance in that regard, in terms of, like, quality and level, and knowing Yerin, she's more than capable of doing that, so I'm very excited to listen to the B-sides. It's just, well, you can see over there, it's just boxes. There's suitcases and more boxes over there, and it's my whole room is a mess, but that's enough of my personal life. Let's get into the music real quick once. No lyrics on the MV, but that's okay. We'll just jump straight into the song, so here we go. Have you gone retro? Have you gone synth pop? If you know me, you'll know how much I love a synth pop song. That one high note, okay. I'm just kind of gobsmacked by what's happening. Like, that is such a crispy, punchy launchpad beat, paired with this very, like, pop synth, like, synth sample in the background, or not a sample, the instrumental track. And the subtle, like, electro, like, vocal mixing, too. Oh, the beat's back already. I thought they'd hold off on the beat for another couple measures. There it is. Oh, I like that she threw in an extra couple measures at the end to really finish the song. Oh, Miss Yerin, welcome back, ma'am. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, I was not expecting Yerin to go this direction. In fact, during that final course, I had a really sad thought that this almost feels like the reincarnation of Mago in a way. And Yerin taking on the mantle of this was not the artist I was expecting. I was almost expecting like VPG to do a synth pop sound at some point, but Yerin doing a synth pop sound? I'm not mad at it. And the fact that my brain decided to consider Bambambam as like the next generation Mago makes me very sad, because I still cannot get over that Mago was G-Friend's final song, but it is that like synthy, techno, retro synth pop vibe, right? And sure, this one definitely has the additional video game aesthetic to it, and you can hear it with like the chiptune fills and things like that, but oh. If you know me, you know I love a good retro synth pop song, and this one's doing it for me. This one's doing it for me. I'm just Yerin's a vocalist that I could never quite understand, and in a way, she's like, listening to her on G-Friend tracks and things like that. Like G-Friend, if you're really deep, it was a vocally like really stacked group. And when you have like just a vocalist like Yuju in the lineup, where her vocal power and just the punch she holds in the vocal power is ridiculous, it doesn't matter how talented the other vocalists are, you kind of naturally just get overshadowed by her. And Yerin was one of the kind of, I don't want to call her like a victim of it, but Yerin has a pretty delicate voice in contrast to Yuju, even though she's capable of some pretty powerful vocals herself. And kind of because of it, I never quite got the chance to properly understand Yerin as a vocalist. And even during her like solo era, I don't think I quite like pinpointed exactly what makes Yerin's voice so charming for me. I think Bambambam might have done it for me. Her tone is really clean, and it's kind of riding the really interesting balance between playful and clean in a way. So like clean can a lot of times mean monotone or like flat, because the delivery doesn't have a whole lot of extra fill here and there. And her tone, I think, just naturally has a little bit of like a brightness to it, which kind of both works in its favor, especially on a song like Bambambam. But I didn't realize how mellow she could make her voice sound. She doesn't need to use a whole lot of vibrato in this, and she made that entire vocal top line feel pretty true to what her actual voice is supposed to be, or what her natural singing voice is supposed to be, I should say. Where it's at like a comfortable level where she's not like straining the super high notes, and she's not doing a whole lot, adding a lot of extra little frills and bells and whistles and, vibratos and runs and things like that. It's very to the point yet in vocal, and I appreciate that. Especially since I hadn't heard her sing in a very long time. But go again. Yeah, like this is part of the first verse, right? Barely any vibrato, no vocal runs, kind of starting low and a little bit almost quiet and breathy in her voice, but I'm glad she's keeping it at this level because she doesn't need to add any extra fills here and there. In fact, I think the song would have been too much if there had been like vocal fills and things like that. And the kind of control and restraint she has in this first verse, I think, is super solid, especially since we do get a little bit more of her vocal color in the chorus once we get around to it. You know, there's a little bit of extra sparkle, some head voice flips here and there, and it's like she's not doing any unnecessary things to this. She's really letting the groove of the beat and the groove of the top line do its thing. That's it. That transition is so cool. The way it kind of like phases in. Also, not to be pedantic, but American football on a basketball court is an interesting visual choice. That's me being pedantic. Listen to the way Yerin's vocals comes in on this chorus. It phases in, and that's typically that's like a way for a vocal part to fade away, not to fade in. That's so cool. Yerin spends a lot of time in this chorus in her head voice. I'm trying to think of when I would have heard Yerin sing like this, and I can't think of any off the top of my head. Kind of down to like me not really remembering Gfriend's discography at the moment, but this is like a different version of Yerin that I've not heard before, and it's really cool because, you know, for an idol who's been active since, when did Gfriend debut? 2015? They disbanded in 2021. She debuted last year as a solo. It's like there's a lot of music with Yerin on it out there. And yet, this is, to my kind of short-term memory, admittedly, but to my memory, is the first time I've ever heard Yerin sing like this. And I've kind of just been blown away by it. Because I kind of, in my head, assumed that I kind of heard every single element of Yerin already. Oh. A pleasant surprise. A very pleasant surprise indeed. And I wonder if... Gosh, I'm so curious as to what the rest of the songs are going to be like on this album, because is there going to be like a trend? Is there going to be a throwback trend for the rest of this album? Or are we going to get something, kind of a little bit of everything? Tons of slices of the pie and things like that. I do wonder indeed, but that is it from me with the MV today. Thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today: let's work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world. Whether it be, you know, checking with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.